Nigeria Solidarity Support Fund, in collaboration with BioVentures for Global Health, PLFA Global, and the Medicaid Cancer Foundation, has launched a new campaign aimed at empowering youth and inspiring healing through art. The initiative, titled A Mural of Hope, Call for Artists, invites young artists to design a mural that will transform the pediatric oncology ward at the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital into a symbol of strength and resilience for children battling cancer. The campaign comes in response to a staggering statistic. Up to 70% of children diagnosed with cancer in Nigeria abandon their treatment due to emotional fatigue, financial constraints, and a lack of support. By turning an ordinary hospital wall into a work of art, the campaign hopes to provide emotional comfort, inspire hope, and remind children undergoing treatment that they are not alone in their journey. The contest is open to artists aged 18 to 35 who reside in Abuja or surrounding states and who are willing to paint their design on the hospital wall.
And of course, for a chat on the objectives of the Mural of Hope campaign, the importance of emotional healing in pediatric cancer care, and the power of youth engagement in driving social impact through creativity, Dr. Fejiro Chinye-Nwoko, Managing Director of CEO, Nigeria Solidarity Support Fund, now joins us. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Very good. So why is this campaign, this mural campaign, center to your agency's efforts right now regarding cancer treatment?
Okay, so at NSSF and the other collaborators, what we focus on is advocating for pertinent health issues in Nigeria through policy development and youth engagement. And it's very important because we've seen the staggering figures that over 70% of the children undergoing cancer treatment are dropping out of the treatment. And the reason is majorly because of fatigue, loss of trust, loss of hope, and also financial constraint. And we felt that a youth-led arts campaign that will design a mural for the walls of the cancer center can help healing, can bring hope, and can bring emotional support to the children.
Now, from your experience in public health, how do you think something as simple and basic as a work of art boosts the morale and encourage patients going through cancer to want to receive treatment?
Okay, so we are very emotional beings. We're not just a physical body. Indeed. We have our soul, and we're emotional. And emotional support is becoming a very critical part of medicine now. That giving drugs and treatment is not what is responsible for healing. That there is the healing of the mind, and also strength that the patient needs to have to go through the process of healing. And we know cancer is a chronic illness. It takes a long time. It's not an acute disease. It doesn't just end in 1 week. So this work of art, as simple as it is, gives the children that relaxed environment. They don't feel, children are already afraid of medicine, of doctors, of the white collar, of the injections. They're already scared. And so we want them to be relaxed enough, and so that they can stay and not drop out and just say, I want to go home, and are inconsolable, and the parents will not have a choice but to take them home.
Indeed. Now, Doctor, the collaboration between NSSF and other NGOs, how would you describe it in terms of reaching a mutual objective as such as this?
So the different NGOs have bringing something to the table. So collaboration helps us to gain more traction with this pediatric cancer treatment. And so BioVentures, Medicaid Cancer Foundation, and BLFA, they bring their advocacy strength, they bring their collaboration, they bring their network into making sure that we design this mural of art. And we don't just want to give it to an external consultant. Yeah. We want the youth to be part and parcel of healing these children.
Now, this campaign, I would like to know more about it, especially when it comes to, you want youth to be involved. So what exactly are the criteria that they need to participate in the art?
Okay, so we know youths are very creative, they are innovative, and they can think of things that would make the children feel comfortable throughout their treatment. So we want creative youths. No, you don't have to be a muralist or someone that has done a mural artwork, but you have a visual gift. You have a gift of designing. We want youths between the ages of 18 to 35 that live in Abuja, all the environs for Abuja, to design an art and then to submit it for painting. They would also paint it on the walls of the pediatric center, and they would do it as well as with the children and make it fun and play. We want them to send it to us via, there is a way to register on our social media pages at official NSSF, and then there is, you submit it you post it on Instagram and tag us. The hashtag is a Mural of Hope. Tag us, and then we would, and of course, make your profile public, and we will reach out to you.
Yeah, but what about singing, dancing? Because art is not just about drawing. And we know that from that statistics, it shows that it's not just, the work of art in itself. It involves dancing, music, and all of that to boost the morale.
Yes, we're starting with visual art. But of course, we can have a series of other arts that goes with it. So maybe when we are launching the renewed look of the hospital, we can have some singing and some dancing. But this was starting with something that makes the children comfortable every time of the day. Singing and dancing they may not have the opportunity to be there every time in the hospital. So we want something that is there every time in the hospital. Yes.
All right, so this advocacy is for cancer at the moment. Are there any plans to replicate such for other ailments, you think, using this kind of mural campaign?
Of course, when we see the result and the impact of this, we can always cascade it to other chronic illnesses. We know that there are children that also spend time in the ward for other illnesses like, blood diseases and all of that have chronic diseases like this. We can always scale them.
So how can other bodies, maybe the media, other initiatives, corporate bodies, private sector, contribute to making this a success?
Please help us amplify the campaign. We're calling on youths, 18 to 35. You can do this. We know that you can create something. Please help us amplify this message. Also, join us at the center, at the cancer center. We will be doing the official opening by the time we paint the room. Join us and see what else you can do to make these children comfortable. Like you said, maybe design a play area beyond just the visual art, something that can make them comfortable.
Are you also using the social media?
Yes, we are. So media houses help us continue to amplify this message.
Okay, so beyond the mural campaigns, what's next in terms of follow-up, in terms of enlightenment by the public towards cancer treatment and instilling hope for recovering patients, as it were?
So the next step after this for the children is that we're going to be doing more in terms of how can we subsidize the financial constraint, because we know that that's another big bucket for cancer care in Nigeria. What is the best way to subsidize it? Is it health insurance? Is it the private sector contributing? How can we make that subsidized? So that's the next step in terms of cancer treatment and tackling this.
Yeah, going towards this context, what has been the response of this young artist so far? This is still the peripheral stage, but have you been getting entries?
Yes, we've been getting entries. We close entries on July 12th next month. We're getting entries where we know that there are more people that can do this. I think people are a bit skeptical. Will my work be beautiful? Will it convey hope? Will it convey healing? I just want to encourage you that you should just put your heart into it and try. Yes, but we've been getting entries so far.
So are you planning to take it beyond Abuja to other states also to reach out to children?
That's a good one. I think, that's a good suggestion. We will take that.
You never thought
yes,
of it, so
we did
it.
For, Definitely, we would do that.
All right. So, basically, it's a good idea regarding this mural initiative. Are there also plans beyond murals, regarding, such
reaching out? Youth advocacy. Yes. So in September this year, we're calling out for another youth-led campaign, and this time we're talking about the sexual health of the young, the young Nigerians. We're in a generation where sex is a taboo to discuss publicly, and births, there are consequences of that. You know, there is the 9 months after where we will see what happened, and there is all the other things that happen in between, like the abortion rates really becoming very high, and like the maternal mortality that results of teenage pregnancy becoming very high. So we're launching another campaign where we're going to be tackling sex education for the young people.
Yeah.
What should they know? How should they be brought into the conversation? How should we speak to them and speak with them and not speak at them? What are the safe ways to prevent all of the diseases that accompany it, and also the unwarranted or unwanted pregnancy that could accompany, and also the deaths that arise from all of the illegal abortions that occur with that. So that's our next youth.
All right, we have to let you go, but not without answering this question. 70% is a staggering figure, and I'm looking at other constraints. You mentioned financial constraints, apart from the emotional issue. How are you dealing with the financial constraints?
So we are speaking with the funders for health. First is the government. What can we do for cancer treatment with other collaborators outside of Nigeria, donor funding, to say how can we subsidize cancer treatment, especially with the drugs. The drugs, the majority of the cost goes to the drug, and cancer drugs are quite expensive. So we're speaking with them and coming up with a way that we can subsidize and reduce the cost for cancer treatment, especially for children.
All right, very good. Dr. Fejiro Chinye-Nwoko, Managing Director, CEO, Nigeria Solidarity Support Fund. We wish you all the best in your mural contest and to inspire hope, as it were, and hope to see you again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.